Started recording?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Hi friends, I'm Manish Chandalia. I'm Director of Crown Group. We are members of National Stock Exchange and Bombay Stock Exchange, also depository participants. We have been in this market from 1995, so it's been a long journey for us, and we have seen all the volatility, the good and bad and ugly, and also the pandemic now, which happens in 100 years, or maybe I don't know how long. So it's been a nice journey, and our focus over the years have been primarily we started with more of wholesale clients, then we did PMS, then we went into financial planning, and now last 3-4 years we have been suggesting client to get into more structured products, because that's the way. If you remember in 2017-18, there was a lot of mid caps which were moving around, and then none of those mid caps, again the prices have come, so people had bad experiences. So we told them that this is the way forward, structured products. And
So I was saying that the volatility over the years has increased.
yeah, it is going to increase. When we started, the market was very small. The participants were limited. Today, you have participants happening from all over the world, and we have participants like you and young-aged guys who are coming with a lot of technology, lot of new ideas. Today, in last 4-5 years, the total volume which happens in the Indian market, out of that 40 to 45% or even maybe more is through system based, algo based volume. Earlier only humans used to trade with their own hand or through orally or putting in the orders. Today you have 45 to 50% of the volume which is run to algo or system based. So that is the type of volume which is happening, and that is it. And whenever you have systems and machines, volatility is bound to increase. Volatility is bound to increase because they do not have any emotions. I and you have emotions. We will stop somewhere, or we will take a right or wrong decision. They don't have emotions. They are just going by the way they have been told to do. So that's the way it is.
So,
Yeah.
so our first question will be, our generation, if we look back 2 generations ago, our grandparents, they would prefer to, invest in an FD, fixed deposits, or in gold. Now, our generation is, a more of a risk taker. We believe in the share markets and mutual funds and SIPs. So, what would be the first step for people like us to enter into this market?
First of all, the risk-taking capability or the ability of a person, okay, changes with time. Okay, earlier the avenues were less, so the risk-taking capability was a little lesser. But we cannot really tell that those guys did not have the risk-taking capability. They used to take large risks in their own businesses, and that's why where we are today is because of the grace and because of the effort of those guys that we are able to have a nice lifestyle. Stock market is an asset class where a person needs to invest. It cannot be that a person is in today's world without investing into the stock market. But given his risk profile, given his horizon, he needs to have a certain percentage. Do not go with 100%. That's for sure.
So what do you think that what's the ideal percentage for a young person?
See, like any asset class, okay, there is no single asset class which is going to outperform or go on performing over a period of say 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years on a continuous basis. There will be cycles, up cycle, down cycles, up cycles, down cycles. In a down cycle, we may take a decision which may not be correct at that point of time. In an up cycle, which we may take a decision which is something otherwise. There's the reason is that we do not tell that you go into 100% into one particular product, either a stock market or a real estate or a gold or a fixed instrument. That is point number one. Point number two, take for a scenario, you're 100% invested all your money, all your savings into stock market, and then you're like March, and April your kids want to go to for studying to a international university, or your father or a family member needs an immediate surgery. What do? Either you book out because you need the money at that point of time, so you have lost on your investment horizon, and also you have lost on the principal amount which you have invested. That's the reason we say that you should not be 100% only one single asset.
So we should keep some amount for the emergencies and safe investments.
Well, even if you have the largest amount of money in this world, you should not be 100% into stock market. I definitely, you may have heard many people in the media saying I'm 100% invested. 100% investment of my risk style, not 100% of my 100%.
Oh, okay.
100% इन्वेस्टमेंट मतलब मेरे पास अगर 100 रुपया है तो 100 रुपए का अगर मेरे को 50 डालना, 60 डालना, 40 डालना या 80 डालना, whatever I want to put in, उसका मैं 100% हूँ. 100% of 100% किसी का नहीं होता है, किसी का नहीं हो सकता इस दुनिया में. Right? Even if you go and study Berkshire, he won't be 100%. The amount of cash in his balance sheet is huge. You may think he doesn't have opportunity. Why is not investing his cash? But he's still sitting on cash. Just Google out and you'll come to know the amount of cash. It's mind-boggling. Right?
So what do you think? What's the right time to invest in a stock market?
Right time is generally when the markets are low and when the sentiment is bad. That's always the right time. But
so
then,
mostly like March.
But that is all March, because we are in June today and the markets are up. So March, we tell that it was a good time. So generally, you need to invest when the sentiment is down. Not generally only when the market is down, but when the sentiment is down, you need to invest. There's a better time. Take for instance today, you have the capital. You can't wait for 2 years, 5 years, 8 years for the sentiment to be down or for a particular event to happen. Ideal time is if you get an opportunity down. Otherwise, you need to invest on a continuous basis every month, every year, a period of time.
So the next question that I would like to ask is, we as students we don't earn a lot right now, like minimal. We have savings more, which comes from our pocket money. So that amount is somewhere around 500 if we consider the best situation 1,000 rupees. So is it viable to invest in our age using that savings in stock market, or are there any better tools or services that are available?
Now, if you're thinking about investment, the best thing at this particular juncture would be go and invest in a Nifty ETF, or which we call Nifty exchange traded fund or an index exchange traded fund. This is the best way. The cost of the mutual fund advisory is very low, and over the years, index is one thing which is going to perform for sure.
So when should we invest directly into stocks, not into Nifty and the mutual funds?
Investing directly into stocks only when you have started to make your own money, point number one, and you are reasonably sure that okay, I have certain amount of surplus which I am willing to invest, and that surplus I am willing to give 10-15 years to that. Then only you should go and invest into direct stocks. Otherwise, don't invest into direct stocks. The best thing is Nifty ETF or a Nasdaq, whatever. These days you are able to also invest in Nasdaq. You're officially allowed to do that. So that is good. Only the constituents of the Nasdaq index, right? And you may have definitely heard about FANG. You know FANG, what? Right?
Facebook, Amazon, Alibaba, Google.
Yes, that's it. So there's a Netflix, Google, right?
Netflix.
These are the companies which have created huge amount of money, and the market cap of only one single company is equal to the market cap of the Indian market. So you can just understand how huge they are. You can even invest in part shares. Take for instance, here in India, if you want to buy Reliance Industries, okay, so you need to buy one share of Reliance Industries, which is what, 1800 rupees. There you can buy 1/10th share of Apple, 1/10th share of Google. If you have a lesser amount to invest, you can do that way also. What's the next
The
question?
next question I wanted to ask is, in our, like we are taught about these ratios, such as current ratio and these analysis ratios. So, we are taught about them, but we are not told how we can use them in share markets. But I've read that these ratios are usable. So can you give us some more information about those ratios?
Yes. See, there are two ways of looking at this market when you're investing, right? Two basic things which you maybe see either watching a television channel or any of these television channels which you have. So if you have watched there, you have two type of guys who are coming in. One of those technical analysis guys and the other fundamental analysis guys. Okay. So if you are planning to do fundamental analysis while investing into a particular company, this ratios would definitely come handy. And this ratios comes later. But before you analyze the ratio, first you need to understand how to read a balance sheet. So this is what you're going to learn on your course, which you are learning from the institute. How to read a balance sheet. Because not necessarily all the figures which are given in the balance sheet at one particular place, which is in the profit and loss account and the balance sheet which is there. Balance sheet in the sense annual report. Balance sheet in that sense I want to say annual report. So you need to understand how to read an annual report. So all the figures which are mentioned in the profit and loss account and the balance sheet are not the finality. You need to start from the first page and go up to the last page to understand the business of the company and what it is doing. And then you talk about ratios. If you are satisfied that the way they are doing the business, there is a certain amount of growth, there is a certain amount of predictability, the way they are going to move forward, then you talk about ratios, either the current ratios, the P ratios, the EPS, and all those things will come later. Or else, go to the technical analysis way. There's charting, and there's a totally different ballgame altogether. These are two different ways of investing. Both are nice. Whichever you choose, you can take forward.
So as a young investor, what steps should I take to invest in the stock market? So what steps should I take, as in how should I save and where to invest? You already said Nifty, but there would be more avenues also.
Correct. Okay. Why I told Nifty is that at this point of time, because of the limited time and bandwidth which you guys have, you don't have much time to read and get into more depth of the subject because you are more involved in the studies. So my first suggestion was getting into Nifty. So if you have a little more time and able to invest into reading more things, second best thing is getting into a multi-cap fund or a large cap stock. On the mutual fund side, get into a multi-cap fund, or if you want to directly invest, go into a large cap stock. Do not get into any of the stories कि ये ₹2 का शेयर है, ₹20 होएगा, 20 का 200 होएगा. Don't get into that. You are definitely going to lose money. You will make 3 times and you lose all the other times. So don't get into that. Yeah. So first is one thing. First is that get into good names. Secondly, in the Indian market, we have a certain problem in the sense what offering we have today. We still have all the old economy stocks. We do not have the new economy or the new businesses which we talk about today, which are listed in the Indian market. We have all the old economy. We have the steel companies, we have cement companies, we have the FMCG companies, we have the chappal companies, we have the underwear companies, Page Industries, which quotes at 20,000, all those stuff, right? We do not have the new generation businesses. So when you want to choose an old generation business, the simple way is that just analyze what's happening in and around you. But take for instance, you're sitting in this room, okay, you're using a PC or there's an air conditioner which has been put. It could be a Voltas or any Daikin or ABCD XYZ brand. Okay, this is what I'm using every day. This is something which is a worthwhile business. I need to go and invest. I'm doing XYZ activity. This is a worthwhile business. I need to go and invest. This is what I understand without anybody making me to understand. I'll give you an example. If you guys have had any background into investing in your family, either your grandfather or father, etc., definitely feel that they would have definitely first share which they may have bought in their life would have been either a Hindustan Lever or a Cadbury or a Colgate, right? And still today, from the grandfather days to today, they're still using the product of those companies. And by God's grace, none of the companies have gone underground. People have not lost any amount of huge money in those companies, right? So simple रखो, simple, कोई technology मत लाओ, simple. This is what I understand. This is what I see. The business is good. The environment is good. They are doing the right things. They are not into any scam and anything of that sort, hanky panky thing. Go invest. Do you now we three out here? How many people from we three understand farmer? Do you understand farmer?
No.
Do you understand farmer? Right?
No.
I also don't understand farmer. So what do? I have to promote it. Okay, pharma has been doing good for last 6 months. It has been performing. People have made good money. Okay, fair enough. जो समझ करो.
यानी मार्केट की सिर्फ खुद की सुनी, किसी और की नहीं.
Yeah, surely. सुनो सबकी करो अपनी. सुनो सबकी. Always, the first thing should be that you should be able to save your capital. I don't want to use this word, but I can use with you guys. We in our college days used to tell that cover your ass, right? So anything happens, I'm in the college days and in our office days, कि भाई अपने boss अपनी धोना नहीं चाहिए. So cover your ass. So whenever something happens, see to it that you're rightfully safe. You should not lose everything.
So
Ash, have any more questions?
Here, and it was a great conversation. I hope you enjoyed it as well. I hope that this video provides information to many of us. So
ठीक है, चलो. I won't take your time, guys. Sorry.
Thank you, sir, for coming.
So should we end this?
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming and giving us information. We look forward to such conversations.
Anytime for you guys. Give me some real nice information which you are collating, so it will help me also.
Yes, sir, we will.
So you will definitely, most probably know more than us, obviously.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.